My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Elden Ring. We, in the last video, completely overhauled the build we are going to be running with. I will demonstrate it for you in but a moment, as I do this. The Lion's Claw has been applied to the Giant Crusher. Alongside that, we've also equipped currently the Shard of Alexander after having shattered Alexander at the start of the last episode. Don't worry, he lives on. His insides have been consumed by the Jarban, who asked us if we could find Potentate for them. We've also equipped the Assassin Cerulean and Crimson Dagger so that when we get crits on enemies that we have managed to stagger, we also refill a huge amount of our resources. And now I've got to make sure that I don't die to the lightning casters. There we go. I knew that one had glowing eyes, so it was going to be like 5,000 runes. Had to get that. Also got a, I think about 50,000? Yeah, about 50,000 in this area. Of course, I can't get on the horse. Here's a great example of why we can use the Assassin's Crimson Dagger so effectively. I'm gonna crit you, and we get one heal, and then when the second hit of the crit goes through, we get another. So they actually give us a pretty huge amount, all told. Very surprised we didn't have enough damage to take that down in a single hit, though. Ooh, what's happened to my damage? I guess when I was backstabbing these, I wasn't doing it with this weapon. However, we can also do a jump and heavy, and for most of the enemies in this area, that immediately puts them on the ground. Just giving us our opportunity for the double heal. Now, there is another way down from the previous area, which we will turn back to. In fact, maybe I should put a marker there just to remind myself. So the previous area is this one. And in specific, we can drop out to this side, I believe, and access somewhere lower. For right now, though, this church. Which actually, I think I'm going to bait you out of using the Stone of Garak. Got him. Okay. So then I know there's also another caster of this type around and to the left. You can see the recovery immediately triggering there. Beauty. No one on the other side. Somberstone Miners Bell-Bearing 5. Somberstone Miners Bell-Bearing 5. Ah, this just gives you Somber 9. So now, pretty much any weapon has the ability to get all the way up to +9. Pretty much any of the... Actually, we also have the Ancient Dragon's Prayer Book that we should probably hand to someone. Contains red lightning incantations. Most of the things in the entire game can get to level 9 if I just wanted to invest the runes into it. I think we might be with our final build though already, which I feel like our build changed a pretty appropriate amount over the course of the full series. You know, little enough that there was still narrative cohesion, but enough such that I got to explore some things and get some really, really cool builds going on as well. Okay. Let's actually sit down at this one. Beside the Great Bridge. Okay, I need to go back down into that area. Dragon Temple rooftop, and then we'll run back down. I might actually just run past all of the birds at this point. Honestly, the most appropriate way for dealing with them right now might actually be kukris, so I will quickly check if my kukris are good enough. I have bad news. RE those kooks. I mean, this is a safe drop. I'm not intending to go for all of them, but the ones that are just very easy to kill while running past, kind of feels like I should, right? Oh my god, there are a lot more of them. Fine. I'll do the unthinkable and murder someone I'm not personally attached to in this game. Because my history so far has just been taking out the people I take a shining to. So if you ever see this in your direction, smiling, run. Even if it's a warm smile. If you ever get given a greeting card by this person, run in the opposite direction. It's the only way to possibly survive. Yeah, I'm not going down like a chump here, bud. I'm going down like something else instead. Nothing up on top of that, so it's just basically golden seed and smithing stone up here. That's all good and well. However, there's more to see further down. Gravel stone, in fact a little bit more. No, let's just be the edges of the harvest gravel stone. A little bit more. Yeah, very difficult to pass that. Okay. No tricksy attempt to get us to drop back in the other direction. I was thinking they could hide a catacomb or something like that quite effectively in here, but we are in a legacy dungeon, so I'm not looking for catacombs. We are in one big catacomb. Okay. It actually looks like a Pretty important place. Hey, buddy. Oh, get clawed. A banished knight helm. Nothing out on those other sides. Where are we going? A long path for anything short of a hell of a good time. It's Golden Rune 12. This is like the drum roll. Of the anticipation. Where could it even go? That... Well, that's got to go up. I don't remember a path that would be helping connect. Okay, going up to the edge. Anything around behind? Nope. I almost feel like I've cleared this area, but badly. Ooh, that's a chest. It's a very untypical type of chest as well. Is it going to be just a dragon tower shield? That might be the only time I've seen this kind of chest in the entire game, and you have the gall to give me a dragon tower shield. Tower shield engraved with a dragon symbol of protection, heavy among even great shields. It possesses exceptional guarding ability. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the air tree would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. Like, this is the kind of chest that we found, not exactly this kind of chest, but like a non-default type of chest. This is the kind of chest we found the hidden blade of Nokron, like the proof of the conspiracy in. It's also the kind of chest I think that we found the Mimic tier in, a legendary Ash, Spirit Ash, that one. And here it gives us a great shield. Some disconnect there for me. Current game. How deep does this path go? A lot of gravelstone in this area. Could reload and run this, assuming gravelstone respawns, which I think it does. Many times. There's a whole prong in the map that I just didn't even think existed. What? Okay, so the Crucible Knight does not like the Beastmen of Farum Azula. I'm getting that quite loudly from all of the killing of them that he's currently doing. Do it again. No! Never mind, got him. Exact same amount of runes that the last one gave me. Also seem to be equipped with the exact same stuff that the last one was. Wonder if there's like an elite sect of the Crucible Knights, or if maybe one is appearing multiple times to me here. Crazy things have happened. We fought Margot 3 times total? At least one of those times clearly inhabiting via some incantation and another body entirely. But they did what they could to make it their own. Bolt Drake Talisman +2. Another huge piece of equipment to pick up there. Was all of this in service of that? And I guess the murder of a Crucible Knight? Because it drops back out to here. Interesting. Actually, speaking of dropping back out, that made me a bit curious about why we didn't have the ability to access the bottom of this. Which we apparently do. Oh, another one of these weird chests? Maybe I haven't seen many of these chests, but they are all around. Drake, Knight Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves. Drake. Black Iron Helm worn by Drake Knights. Feature the spoils of a dragon catch as an emblem of pride, as both dragon hunter and partaker of communion. From birth, Drake Knights speak not a word. They spend their lives pursuing the strength of dragons for its sublime beauty and inspiration of awe. For this tier of helm, actually kind of light at 4.0. Is there more information on the rest of their armor? The cape is crafted with dragon wing membrane. That's gonna look pretty cool, actually. From birth, they wouldn't speak. Yeah, okay, cool. I actually do want to see the overcoat at least. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna wear it. Maybe. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. If I need to wear a cooler piece of armor, like the fingerprint one is also often in contention. Also just a very powerful option. Whoa! Okay, there was another tier, another rung about halfway through there we could get out on. Wait. Wait, huh? Wait, huh, what? Wait, huh, what? Huh? Let's go down again. I thought the one that we... The one that we fled from in order to try and find the secret path was the secret path, as it turns out. What's out here, more appropriately? Let's get a little bit of healing out of this. Lightning Great Bolt, as well as just that body of that character, the ability to jump off to, I mean, frankly, areas we don't need to be. I mean, maybe. Ah. Maybe, but no. Confirmation that they did not want me to run along the outside of that area to try and access the overbridge further to the left. I'm assuming they're not going to want us to do that on the right as well, because even if we do manage to go as far as they could possibly want on that side, we would just be going back to places we've already discovered previously. Just making sure there's not a secret alcove of an item hidden in any of those areas. Alright. A little bit further. This will have the ability to pull the switch back down, I imagine. Yep. I've got to get the 120,000. You can't leave that kind of change around. Unless I fail to get it, in which case it's totally fine. In fact, not even a problem. Might actually be able to open this fight with a backstab. Hell yes. Maybe they actually did want me to run along here in order to get to this side, but this is also very accessible from other areas. Did look like that one would work, though. Okay. That's all of that in that area beside the Great Bridge, and then we want to get onto it. I think it's time to do some boss fighting. Can't trick me, game. It's been a while. I haven't fought a boss. Doesn't look like a boss fog back this way. Can't see anything it's dropping down to either. I know exactly where we are. I've been over on the other side of that very, very recently. I'm pretty sure these bodies will get back up if I don't try and strike them. Might as well do it on my own terms. First one there to trick you to make you think the second one wouldn't. Alright. Funnily enough, this is actually the same bridge that I was just trying to find a way over to from there. So a crouching attack is actually really good for checking these bodies. Because a crouching attack triggers the rolling attack instead. The first attack out of a crouch is your rolling attack, which for me is stabbing the ground like that. Smithing 8, we already have the ability to buy those. I will also see if any of these come up when being auto-targeted. Didn't, unfortunately, check on any of the previous ones. Would have been a much faster system for sorting them out. Hey, there we go. If the ones on the bridge had also at that point managed to wake up, could have been real trouble. There we go. Finally, the legendary I was looking for in one of these. Old Lord's Talisman. What is that? Old Lord's Talisman. I'm going to guess that might be a talisman type item. No, just got a hunch. Old Lord's Talisman. Old Lord's Talisman. Seems like it'll be around here, right? Old Lords. Old Lords. Ah, there we are. extends spell effect duration, extends the duration of sorceries and incantations. A legendary talisman depicting an ancient king whose seat lies at the heart of the storm beyond time. It is said the ancient royal city of Farum, Azula, has been slowly crumbling since time immemorial. Okay, just making absolutely certain they weren't going to suddenly sneakily get back up. But I think that looks like it's all we're going to get from going down the bridge. It's time to ascend. I really do feel like I'm on the verge of a very big boss fight. I mean, look at this big ramp to a giant coliseum. Come on. Come on. Oh, actually, that's how we got up here in the first place. Don't need to ride my way back down there. Ah, Draconic Knight. Bonjour. Oh my god. That's a crit. Oh no, wait, I can't do crits with this. There we go. Smack in the head again. Oh, I did actually manage to strike me out of the air with that one. Nice work, nice work. Oh boy. I really should put my lightning damage negation back on. Somehow I feel like it might be relevant very soon. Oh! When I say very soon, I usually don't mean that quickly. The Crimson Daggers are probably unlikely to do me a huge amount of work in not just this fight, but the fight immediately behind them. So we have two prime candidates for swapping out. Vastly boosted damage negation there. Was FP consumed by skills is also kind of cool. Raise my poise, reduce damage taken by critical hits. I think I will go with the Pearl Drake one. Oh, also, actually, Starscourge Heirloom. A talisman engraved with a scene from a heroic tale. Raises strength. The mightiest hero of the demigods confronted the falling stars alone, and thus did he crush them, his conquest sealing the very fate of the stars. Rad. I'm actually going to put the Green Turtle Talisman, I think, in that area. Seems a nice, simple choice. I was going to take the opportunity to eat a pickled turtleneck and use a Bloodflame Blade before we engage. Nice. You gonna buff your weapon soon? There you go. Drink, charge. And I think that's a pretty clean fight, if I do say so myself. Malformed Dragon, Helm, Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves. As well as the Somber Smithing Stone 7. The runes I was certain we weren't going to lose, so I didn't bother getting. Let's have a look at the armor set that they just dropped. Malformed Dragon Helm. A malformed golden helm adorned with various dragon imagery and worn by misshapen tree sentinels. After the great ancient dragon Grandsack's attack, the sentinels had an epiphany. The only way to truly protect the air tree was to become dragons themselves. Same information, and same information again. Gives us a little bit of the origin of dragon communion within our world. Also just double buff before the fight. I don't know what's going on in there. Triple buff even. Let's go.
Tarnished. Why wouldst thou? Why? Yeah, I figured.
The destined death shall not be stolen again? Excuse me? You are so aggressive. Give me a moment. I was in the air. You're not allowed to do that. Please stop hitting me with this big misericord. I don't have enough Crimson Tears. Seriously, I used them all. That's ridiculous. I actually did manage to get halfway through the fight just spamming that at the end. Hey, Gronk. Oh.
Oh, death.
Looks like a talisman.
Become my blade once more.
Ooh. So he destroyed a seal. Something that was holding back him, evidently. Hello. Sarosh, I presume? No. Yes? Named character. No, not Sarosh. Cower before Malekith, Marika's Black Blade. I don't intend to, if possible. Okay. Probably not lightning. I don't know what damage type that is, so physical damage negation seems like it's probably just a good idea. I mean, all the rest of these seem fine still. Any of these seem especially more important. I think it's possible I could freeze and grease. I think it's theoretically possible that I could inflict some frost. Should probably wind up to do that right just before the start of the battle. And this is for bestowing the various effects of maximum stamina increase as well as temporarily making stance breaking harder. Or easier rather. Yeah, also probably worth my time at this point. Let's do all of it. Frost up that blade. Pickle that turtleneck. And show some wondrous physic. Oh, just an actual beast clergyman. Just so. Crit. And then I'm actually going to run and get my resources. My level resources, that is. Oh man, I really wish that hit. Perfect. Let's skip the transformation scene. Get straight to beating him up, shall we? What? What? Dude just teleported behind me to finish me with a katana. I never took any of those posts seriously. Maybe I should do it with the Bloodflame Blade again, actually. I'm not gonna have time to inflict frost at all if I do the opening correctly. Alright, bud. You and me? Oh, absolutely launched me through the sky on that one. Oh. It's okay, we, see, now I don't have to worry about trying to save those 150,000 runes. We don't need to worry about them ever again because we used them to level up. That's right, we collected them there, we used the twig, and then we used it to level up. I mean, basically, it's almost indistinguishable. I mean, come on, it was one of... So that's what we did, right? Mentally, that's what I'm gonna keep, that we did. Hey, buddy. We'll come a little bit closer. Right. I now know the animation for that attack. Big stagger. Halfway through. Oh boy. Yeah, we will be taking damage to those attacks for a period of time after they occur. I need to learn more about this second section. He has attacks more akin to a dragon? Really? With the hypermobility around the battlefield there. It'd be nice if this was just, frankly, a little bit closer. Because this is a fight that you have to, I mean, I imagine most people have to do a fair amount of times. I could just be chomping my buffs already and going in. Physic. Neck. Blade. First section, no problem. Second section, slightly more problem. Actually do get a pretty opportune crit opportunity in this fight, commonly. So there's some theoretical utility to Crimson Daggers in this fight. Please stop firing those blades at me. They're reducing my maximum HP. Oh boy. Two lions' claws. This is actually... Yep. Maybe not the most exciting version of that fight that is possible when we... just platinum like that. The Golden Order cannot be restored. Remembrance of the Black Blade. Oh.
The rune of death is unbound. And the lands between are shrouded by death's dark fate. But the flames will also burn the impenetrable thorns. Farewell it is then. You'll be Elden Lord yet.
I mean, stealing the Rune of Death from Blackblade Malekith has been described as like a legendary act many times over. The fact that I think we've just done that? Question mark? That's got to put us in the annals of history at least, right? Got to get a couple historians curious. Oh, this is... We're in Lanedale. Yeah, Lanedale, Ashen Capital. Ah. So we've completely changed this terrain, but there's got to be more in the... I want to go back to the Malekith Blackblade fight. There's got to be more in this arena, right? I was able to warp here despite having even not discovered it in the first place, apparently. So we see a single figure, looks like a child, surrounded by 3 wolves. Big ol' glowing rune? Ring? I mean, it almost looks like the Elden Ring. It's with like a lot more roots. Most of what we see is concentric circles. Whoops, not concentric, sorry. Overlapping. I mean, I did kind of want to explore this room, but it does seem very final. Let's check out the Lost Grace. The Lost Grace. What I mean is the Table of Lost Grace here in the Round Table Hold. New items can be purchased from the Twin Maiden Husks. This area is not doing well. I would still make you work. You're dead? It's fine, I can still use these. Malekith's Black Blade has 20 faith as a requirement, 34 strength, 12 dex. Destined Death is its ability. Malekith's Black Blade, which once harbored the power of the Rune of Death, a sad shadow of its former glory. After a fragment of death was stolen on that fateful night, Malekith bound the blade within his own flesh, such that none might ever rob death again. Unique skill Destined Death, set free the remnants of Destined Death, plunging the greatsword into the ground, summons a myriad of blades. In addition to dealing immediate damage, the attack reduces the enemy's maximum HP and continues to wear down their HP for a short period of time. Power gleaned from the remembrance of Malekith. Caster creates an illusory black blade, then leaps forward to deliver a spinning slash that emits a wave of light. This can be followed up on with one additional attack. This blade was once imbued with Destined Death. In addition to dealing damage, it reduces, and the same information again. And the rune itself, the remembrance rather. Malekith, remembrance of Malekith, the Black Blade rather, hewn into the air tree. Malekith was a shadowbound beast given to his Empyrean. Oh. Marika's sole need for her shadow was a vessel to lock away Destined Death. Even then, she betrayed him. So Malekith is to Marika as Blythe is to Rani? A shadowbound beast and given to the Empyrean. Like, we heard shadow specifically invoked consistently. But also Blythe is a half-wolf, so is it always beasts? Is this based around the relationship between Sarosh and Godfrey? Even then, she betrayed him. New items are available at the Twin Husks over here. I also have a smithing stone from them. Looks like Folks might have already left this area. Maybe it's just me here now. So, newly purchasable. Lord's Divine Fortification. I think that's newly purchasable here. Greatly increases holy damage negation for self and allies. Incantation taught to Gideon the All-Knowing by the Two Fingers. Gideon gained true knowledge after his long exchange with the Two Fingers, discovering all had been broken long ago, that the trembling fingers, bent with age, and the air tree itself were no exception. I don't think any of the rest of this is new. So it's literally just that. Literally. I'm gonna buy all of the rune arcs as well. I need to start using those. And especially if I actually start buying them, I might be able to mentally justify using some of them finally. Yeah, Gideon is nowhere to be seen. I think I'm gonna find Hugh's corpse over in the other area. Roderica?
I see.
Oh, he's still going!
Who are you? Oh. I must be a blacksmith now. Let's get smithing. Could you tell me what happened? Why is the round table burning? In ruins. Why does that girl weep for me? Oh. Have I forgotten something of dire importance?
You have. You forgot. My best friend, Hugh. Roderigo? What happened? Did he die and lose all his memories?
Oh, so it wasn't just me this happened to. To think he'd forget who you were as well. I knew he'd burn himself out. Old Hugh. I think we could talk him into leaving the round table whole, but maybe it's better that we don't. It's only proper that we respect his choice to stay.
Oh, come on. Don't put another life in my hands. I fumble these.
I'll remain with Hugh. He made me who I am today. I'd like to return the kindness in whatever small way I can. Please. Hugh was always saying that you were a lord to him, so slay her with the weapons he smithed. Slay the god Marika, who cursed us all.
I promise I will. Hugh.
Who are you? Oh, now.
We don't even have an option to try and set you free. At least that's not something we're going to have to puzzle over then. Instead, we get to just rest at this table of lost grace, take another opportunity to get another point of strength, and say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring. Series playlist up in the top left, YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.